everybody! This is the cute flower that we're going to be making today. It's a 3-tiered flower, and you can make it any 3 colors, or you could make it all one color, and it has a button or a jewel in the middle. I like to use soft yarn, soft polyester yarn. This is my favorite brand, Caron Simply Soft, and I get it at Joann's, or it's also sold at some Walmart stores. The hook I used today was an H hook or a 5mm. If you'd like to make a more delicate looking flower or a smaller flower, you just change the size of your hook to an E. An E or a 3.5mm would make a very small, cute, delicate flower. Or if you wanted to make a big, chunky flower, you could increase the size of your hook. And this is the flower that I made for the little newsboy hat that I made another video that we made this hat in. And so come along as we make this flower. Okay, so to start, chain 2 and then take 6 single crochets into the second chain from your hook, and it makes 6 single crochets in a nice little circle like this. So the next step on your round 2 is going to be chain 1 and then 1 single crochet into the next stitch, one single crochet, chain 1, and 3 double crochets right into the very same stitch, and that's going to make your petal. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make a slip stitch into the same stitch, and that will make the end of your petal come down. So there's your slip stitch. And you're going to do that same thing into every stitch around. So let's do one more petal together. 1 single crochet, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And I may have done a half double in that one without noticing it, but there's supposed to be 3 double crochets and then a slip stitch. And then do that until you've made 6 small petals. Alright, so I've made 6 small petals, and I've also pulled on the end to make the middle smaller because it was getting big. Okay, so cut your end and pull it through, and then use a needle to weave this petal end back in through here. And then get your second color, and then we will come back to that point. Alright, so I've woven in both the ends, the end that I just cut and then the end, the beginning end. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick your crochet hook through the chain 1 and single crochet of a petal and bring your second color through. And that's how you're going to add on your second color. And there's no need to tie a knot. We'll just leave it there for now. Okay, so after you do that, chain. This doesn't count as your first. That counts as just a chain 1, and then make 3 separate chains. So you have 4, and then pull this tighter if need be, your first one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through the chain 1 and the single crochet of the next petal. Pull your color through again and just pull a slip stitch through. And then chain 3. The first one is the only one that you do a chain 4 on. because the first one is just to hold your color in there. So go ahead and do that on each petal until you have 6 chain 3s. Alright, so the next step is to do a single crochet into beneath the chains that you just made, chain 1, and 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then if you need to, just go ahead and scoot these down so you have some room, and 4. And then you'll take a slip stitch, and that's your first petal. And you will make the other 5 petals the exact same way and go all the way around. Alright, so I ended that row of petals just like I ended the first row. I did a slip stitch, and then I cut and pulled through my thread, and then I wove the ends in of both the beginning and the end. I just took a needle and I just pulled it through about 3 or 4 stitches and then cut off the end. And so you're going to change the color just like you did last time. Just pull through another color. Take 1 chain just to hold it in place. And then you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. And then slip it through the next petal. Bring your color through to a slip stitch. And I like to fold my flower in half when I do that, but you don't have to. It just helps me to get a better hold on it. So do chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have your chain 4, and then just go around, hooking it all the way around until you have 6 chain 4s. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and you can just join a slip stitch through that very first chain that you made. And if you're having trouble with your colors showing through to the front of the petal, just shake them in different places until they don't show very much. See, they curve over in the middle, and that's where you can take them when they're barely noticeable so that your color won't show. Okay, so take a single crochet underneath your chain 4, chain 1, and then you're going to take 5 double crochets. 1, 2, and you can even make these petals bigger and rufflier if you put more double crochets right in this point. Okay, so that's 4. And 5. And then take a slip stitch. And make all 6 petals the same way. Alright, so what I did is I joined the last stitch with a slip stitch through the first chain 1 that you took. And then you can actually take the beginning of your thread off of where you started and tie a knot to the end. But if you don't want to do that, you can just weave your ends in. But I tied a little knot and then I weaved both ends in. And then the way that you sew this on is you get your button, and you can sew it onto your hat with the button, and then the color won't show through. And this is the cute little newsboy hat that I made on my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to know how to make this hat, I made a cute white one in the video. Or if you'd like to know how to make other flowers, you can check out my YouTube channel and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed making this flower with me today. Bye-bye.